Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up with Season 1, we are, of course, going to see our very first Battle Pass for Black Ops 6 and Warzone for this year. And while the Battle Passes in Call of Duty are not totally different every single year, like it's pretty standard in terms of what they're offering, you know, you get your standard weapons, operators, some filler stuff like calling cards, emblems, so on and so forth. This year's Battle Pass with Black Ops 6 and specifically Season 1 is actually seeing some pretty significant changes across the board, and today I wanted to break down what those major changes are and how it might impact your gameplay here. In some ways, actually for the better. There's a lot of ways to actually take advantage of the Battle Pass this time around. So as we do dive into all the details here, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel or if you happen to be a part of the just under 60% of viewers who are not subscribed, every single day I got you covered with everything you need to know. And obviously with Season 1 just a couple of days out now, we've got a bunch more reveals incoming, and then obviously the Season 1 update itself with the Warzone integration and everything going on there. There is so much stuff you're not going to want to miss, so feel free to hit that subscribe button, join us on the road to 1 million. And if you enjoy this video, a like is always seriously appreciated, as it does help grow the channel and share the video around to new viewers. Now, this year with the Battle Pass, we're still going to see some of the standard stuff that we've had in years prior. There's going to be a base version of the Battle Pass. There's going to be a slightly upgraded version of the Battle Pass that costs a little bit more. Then there's also the Blackcell version of the Battle Pass. And of course, there's also several free tiers where you'll be able to access some of the universal free content, like for instance, some of the new weapons. However, there is also something else going on with the Blackcell upgrade this year that actually could save you a little bit of money depending on your current situation. Charlie Intel ends up posting this saying, reminder, if you have the Vault edition of Black Ops 6, you do already have access to the Season 1 Blackcell on November 14th. So if you pre-ordered the Vault edition of the game, or if you've since upgraded to the Vault edition after launch, you've already got the Season 1 Blackcell ready, and that'll be on your account on day one. But if you're playing Black Ops 6 on Game Pass and you want to get the Season 1 Blackcell, you actually get more for your money by just upgrading to the Vault Edition instead. It's going to be the same price, but you end up getting more tier skips plus all the Blackcell content. So for what it's worth, you could be a little bit more optimized and efficient if you care about maximizing that. Again, specifically if you are a Game Pass player this year for BO6. And according to Xbox, there is a ton of players specifically playing Black Ops 6 on Game Pass. So looks like that, at least as of now, is a successful part of the acquisition as it stands. But that's not all. With some big changes to Blackcell this year, and I think what we're seeing here with Season 1 is actually going to be the first of many different situations where something like this is happening. Surprise, surprise, Call of Duty wants you to buy their store bundles. Call of Duty wants you to spend as much money on their game as possible. And while I do think the Battle Passes season over season are a bit more worth it for players who are actively playing and actually completing all 100 tiers, you know, those offer a little more value for what they actually give you. I've said it for a long time. I think store bundles in Call of Duty are wildly overpriced. You know, you're getting a blueprint skin on a weapon that doesn't actually look as good as it shows in the preview image, especially when you change the attachments. Operator skins are cool, but it's a first-person game. You can't ever actually see your own operator skin, it seems like. But this year, they're actually incentivizing buying the Blackcell more via store bundles. So they really are trying to say, hey, please buy the bundles, please buy the Blackcell, because we just talked about this the other day. They're actually offering, at least here in Season 1, an exclusive store bundle upgrade if you already own the Blackcell. So if the Blackcell is on your account and you purchased that, or you had the Vault Edition or whatever, and then you go through and you purchase the Replacer Tracer pack that's coming in Season 1, not only are you going to get the standard content from the Replacer Tracer pack, but you also get a bonus Blackcell variant skin, essentially. So this is not something we've ever had before. The store bundles have always been entirely separate of the Battle Pass, but now they're actually sort of combining the two, and at least having the two correlate, so you get bonus rewards out of a bundle if you already bought the Battle Pass and the Blackcell. So like I said, this is the first time we've ever seen this, but I imagine this is probably something they're going to continue to push throughout the seasons to try and drive players to buy the Blackcell upgrade and to buy more of these bundles to make it feel like they are getting more out of it. If you are thinking you're getting more out of it, that's great for you. If not, it's a good thing all this is optional. I think it's entirely situational if you actually value the bonus stuff being offered, or if you even think the store bundles are worth it in the first place. Like I said, personally, I think most of them are overpriced for what they actually offer. But yeah, interesting that the battle pass now actually directly impacts certain store bundles as well. But that's not all for changes coming with this battle pass and with the future battle passes for Black Ops 6. Another big change that's going on actually directly correlates to prestiging and your unlocks this year within BO6. Now keep in mind, when Season 1 drops, all of multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone are going to share your progression. So whatever level you are right now in Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies is the same level you're going to be in Black Ops 6 Warzone. And so when you go through and you prestige, obviously that relocks everything that you don't have a permanent unlock token for, or any bonus blueprints or anything for from either the Vault Edition, the campaign playthroughs, stuff like that, right? However, the battle pass is going to drop, and as we know in these tiers, there is a ton of various unlocks, whether it be full-on weapon blueprints, which, as we've talked about before, function as a permanent unlock token. So if there's a blueprint for an assault rifle in the battle pass and you don't have that rifle unlocked currently, like if it's a level 46 unlock or something, and you get that blueprint from the battle pass, well, now it's permanently unlocked. The same deal also goes for various equipment as well. Basically, operator skins by default are fully unlocked at whatever level in a prestige, right? But then everything else in your class setup, whether it be equipment or weapons, that stuff is only unlocked once you get to, you know, level 17 to get a tactical, or level 23 to get a lethal grenade, or 46 to get a weapon. But now through the battle pass, if there is a skin for the frag grenade, or if there's a skin for a stun or a smoke, right? Those are going to be permanently unlocked if you get that tier in the battle pass. And the same deal goes for all the blueprints. So while yes, the actual content in and of itself, a rifle blueprint in the battle pass is not new, or a smoke skin in the battle pass is not new, now it actually has more value because it's going to function as a permanent unlock token. And that's particularly good for Warzone players who, I think I've already said this before, are going to be a little bit more hesitant to prestige, just because when you're back at level 1, you'll lose the vast majority of the content in the game that you haven't permanently unlocked with a token. So that meta rifle that's unlocked at 46, you might not have unless you were to go through and level up all the way to 46. You couldn't put that in your loadout. But if in tier 6 of the battle pass, there's a blueprint for it, well, now you get it right away at level 1 when you prestige. So a lot of the battle pass this year is actually going to function basically as bonus permanent unlock tokens. So again, it does actually kind of add more value to it, especially for free-to-play players where prestiging might be a little bit more strict and a little bit more harsh on your overall gameplay. But guess what? That's still not all for the major changes with the Battle Pass. We've obviously had a certain Battle Pass UI and layout for the past couple of years, dating back, I think MW 2022 was the main one that changed this, going into like the whole map layout. Well, now, based off all the preview images and breakdowns that we've seen from Call of Duty so far, with the Battle Pass, we actually now have it almost as pages. It's still going to be the same content. There will be like 100 tiers worth of content, right? But now it's actually just broken down into pages. It's a whole new UI there. So page 1 has a couple of tiers worth of content. You go through, you complete a certain amount, and unlocks that full page, and you'll get like the max reward for that. Same deal with page 2, page 3. There's still free pages and free unlocks throughout those different pages, right? But it is just a new layout and a new UI there. So bit of a change up in terms of UI. Hopefully it ends up going over well and it's easy to actually navigate and check your progress on. The map wasn't awful, but it did feel like it was a little bit extra. The original battle passes that we had in MW 2019, Cold War, so on, they seemed like they were fine, and it was another, hey, we're changing this just because we wanted to say we changed something, I guess. But yeah, another change for the sake of change here with the UI update to the Battle Pass. Nothing too significant, and it won't like wildly affect your gameplay or anything, but it is another, decent change that they are making this year for BO6 to kind of fit in with the overall UI updates that we've got so far. But yeah, while the Battle Pass at its core is still going to be very similar to what we've seen before, some big changes are actually happening directly because of Black Ops 6. So definitely going to be interesting when Season 1 drops to see just how valuable the pass is and everything that's offered within it. Of course, if we see more breakdowns of all the content, they actually go through and detail the full-on tiers or pages now of what to expect there, if there's any other announcements and reveals. And of course, when the new update drops, I'll have you guys covered with all that need-to-know information. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, join us on the road to 1 million. And if you enjoyed the video, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.